Welcome to my channel. Where do ghosts come from? Some say they're trapped in the world of the living because of unfinished business or trauma. What about monsters? Where do they come from? Well, that's what I wanted to find out after hearing these horror stories about people living in your walls. The first story comes from a Reddit user. At first I thought it was just mice. Every night I heard tapping, tap, tap, tap from inside my bedroom wall. I live alone. It's a small rental house and we're in a quiet neighborhood. There are no neighbors close by and no one to hear if something went wrong. First I ignored it, but the sounds got louder. Then came the scratching like nails. Sometimes I could hear whispering. Low, faint, like someone was breathing through the walls. Then one night I came home from work and my fridge was open. It's not wide, just slightly ajar. And a milk carton I hadn't touched in days was half empty. That's when I realized I wasn't alone in the house. I called a friend who works in construction. He brought a thermal camera, just messing around. We pointed it at the kitchen wall. And that's when we saw it. A heat signature, human-sized, moving behind the wall. We opened the wall up, and behind it we found a small tunnel carved out by hand. There was a sleeping bag, empty food wrappers, and a phone with no battery. But worst of all, my full name written on the wood with a red marker. I moved out that night. I didn't look back, but a week later I returned to grab one last box. And under my pillow, there was a note folded neatly. It said just 3 words, "I'm still here." The police never found anyone. There were no fingerprints, no signs of entry, nothing. But even now in my new place, some nights when it's really quiet, I can still hear it, tap, tap, tap from behind the wall. That was terrifying. Just the idea of someone or something living in my walls gives me the willies. But it gets worse in this next story. About 10 years ago, my sister and I heard scratching sounds in our living room wall. We were both freaked out sitting in the living room watching TV. Suddenly the lights flickered and died, plunging us into total darkness. My sister and I screamed and ran to my parents' room next door. My dad went to check it out, and while he was gone, we heard footsteps near our room. Then my dad came back into his room, pale as a ghost. He told us to pack our things because we were not staying there tonight. Apparently, when he went to investigate, he felt something brush against his leg, and when he turned the light on, he saw nothing. We're thinking about calling an exterminator, but maybe we should call the Ghostbusters instead. You hear scratching sounds in your walls? Let me know in the comments below, and watch more stories like these. Or click this other video instead.